What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. I don't know about y'all, but the blowouts this season have been crazy. Every night I feel like nearly half the games are blowouts. It's been wild, especially over the last week or so. It has been tough, especially if you're playing props on players that end up being in blowout situations, especially if you're playing overs in a game that is a blowout and it's definitely holding you back in those situations. But at the end of the day, as I've always said, you got to continue to stay on that process and continue playing those smart plays. And whatever happens, happens. That's part of the game. Like I've always told y'all, props made easy. One thing that I've always said is props made easy is not going to win you 100%. It's going to have downtimes just like everything else, because everything in this industry is going to have downtimes because it's sports betting in general. But what props made easy does do is it puts you on those smart data-backed plays where majority of the time, if you look at your month, at the end of the month, if you look at your month, if you're betting wisely and using proper bankroll management, you will see positive. You know what I mean? You will see it in the positive. You won't be losing money, and that's the key. Props Made Easy makes it incredibly easy by clicking a button to see the best NBA plays immediately right in front of your face. Same thing with Call of Duty, NHL, MLB, all the other types. So Props Made Easy is the shit, plain and simple. Let's get straight into the plays. All right, so if you look at the NBA tool right now at Props Made Easy, you will see Dante DiVincenzo, points plus rebounds over 19.5 at the top of the list here. His PME consensus odds are at 20.5, a full point over. Really like that spot there. Projection of 22.75, a 3.25 projection differential. As I've been saying, y'all, and I've been reiterating, and I'm going to continue to do so y'all can learn with this new update that we have done. This line right here on Prizepicks is 19.5. Our consensus odds, when we take every sports book and we put it into one number to give you the most accurate idea on odds, the most accurate side of where the EV is, that line is at 20.5, a full point higher than Prizepicks, which means on Prizepicks playing the over is the great idea, regardless of what these say. These don't matter. The minus 113 and the minus 118, don't even worry about that. This is a full point over. Okay, Props Made Easy already does the legwork for you. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to think anything of it. When you come on here, the top play is the top play. Dante DiVincenzo points plus rebounds is the best EV plus data-backed play that you could possibly go with. It's the best plus EV plus projection play that you could possibly go with on the entire slate at the moment. So don't overthink things, man. Don't overthink things. The whole point is we put so much work into Props Made Easy to make it do the hard work for you so that you don't have to spend all that time, but yet can see more success and know deep down that you're playing the right players regardless of what happens. You know that you played the right spot. Not only was the play EV, but the projection, the data also was on the same side. And Props Made Easy, as I've always said, shout out to Sports Data IO, biggest sports data company in the entire betting industry, sports industry even, works with ESPN. Props Made Easy is partnered with a company that works with ESPN. All right, just to give you a perspective of that. We're not playing around, all right? So over 19.5 points plus rebounds for Dante DiVincenzo is the first play I'm going to talk about. And then let's go down to Jalen Green, points plus rebounds under 30.5. His consensus line's at 29.5, a full point less than, and the projection is 28.16, a minus 2.34 projection differential. This is a great example of what I've been talking about. This right here, minus 126, being higher than this minus 106 right here doesn't matter. You know why? Because that's minus 126 on the over at 29.5. The line's 30.5 on Prizepicks. It's a full point less than. So when you have a full point differential like that, when you have a discrepancy between our consensus odds and Prizepicks like that, that's the number one thing. If it's a full point differential, that's the number one play you want to go with, regardless of where the odds are. Okay? Then after you're done with the full point differential odds, you come down and boom, you'll start seeing these. When they get even, then you'll want to start taking the highest odds. Then you'll want to start paying attention to it. Okay? But as long as it's a full point difference, that minus does not matter. Okay? But once it gets to an even line, then it starts mattering, and that's when you want to keep an eye on it, okay? This Clint Capella play is almost a snipe play. Literally, look at that. Anyway, so Dante DiVincenzo, points plus rebounds over 19.5. Jalen Green, points plus rebounds under 30.5, are the two best plays at the moment. Let's take a look at Goblins. The best Goblin is going to be KD's points over 17.5. Love those three plays that we just talked about. Love it. Do y'all want to look at another thing? Let's look at FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbook has amazing value. Take a look at this top value here on FanDuel Sportsbook. Josh Hart's PRA under 28.5. The line is 27.5 on PME consensus. When you combine all sportsbooks, their line's at 27.5 and a minus 123 on the under. So not only is the line a full point higher on FanDuel, but the money's even on the under at a full point less than. So if you can get that in quick, you can get it before the bump. Same thing with Paolo Banchero, points plus assists over 26.5. 27.5 is the consensus odds, a full point higher than where FanDuel is. And the money, minus 121, is on the over side. So like we said before, on the other side, like, just because the money was on the, like, this could be less, this could be minus 109, and this could be minus 123, and this would still be an amazing play. But the fact you have the money even on the side, that makes it even higher. So Josh Hart PRA under 28.5, Paolo Banchero points assists over 26.5 are amazing FanDuel options. But yeah, man, we got many options. I've noticed how many options that FanDuel has had on a consistent basis, and I'm like, man, we gotta do that. The MLB has already started. NHL. Taking a look at NHL today, at the top of the list, you have JT Miller's shots on goal over 2.5. Minus 131 odds on the over. Projection of 2.62, a 0.12 projection differential. Really, really tight projection differentials today, so the only thing you can do is go off the best EV from the consensus odds, and that would be this one right here at a minus 131. When we take a look at the Goblin plays, switching over to Goblins, waiting for it. There we go. When we take a look at the Goblin options, we have Vladimir Tarasenko, shots on goal over 1.5 as the best option. It's minus 176 consensus odds on the over. Crazy spot there. Projection of 2.2 is 0.7. All right. Let's move on. For MMA, we have the over on Rose Namajunas, significant strikes over 87.5 at a 4 sportsbook differential. Tennis is back. The best option for tennis is the under on Fabian Morazan. Total games under 24. She's 23 on other sportsbooks, a minus 1, or he is a minus 1 sportsbook differential, making him the best value in tennis. Taking a look at college basketball, you have a lot of ones. As always, there's always solid at least one sportsbook differential on college basketball. You can go any of these guys. I'll just talk about a few. Cam Spencer, points over 13.5 is a good one. And then the under on Dylan Disu, points under 16.5 are two solid options. We got a positive one and an under. Both are solid options. Nothing for women's college basketball at the moment. PGA, the best PGA options. PGA is being worked on getting that sorting situation taken care of. As you can see, there's some minus 150s down here. You want to take the highest odd options. Okay, so you want to take those minus 150s right here. All right. The absolute best play would be this one right here. Keegan Bradley strokes over 69, because the line's 69.5 in Vegas and a minus 150 odds on the over. So some solid options here, minus 150. So over on Keegan Bradley, strokes of 69. That sorting will be sorted out. We just got PGA back on this morning. So going over on that one, and then over on Adam Hadwin of 69.5 at minus 150 odds there, and then the under on Lucas Glover's strokes of 70.5 are some of the best options we have there. For soccer, we have 3 different minus 0.5s, 3 different underplays. We're going to go Gerson Rodriguez, shots under 3.5 because it's a half line. 3 on other sportsbooks, a minus 0.5 sportsbook differential there. Switching over to Call of Duty, the best value for Call of Duty is Celium, map 1 through 3 kills, over 47.5. It's 51 on other sportsbooks, a 3.5 sportsbook differential. Great value for Celium for Call of Duty on the over. And then for League of Legends, we have the under on Nak Nako, map 1 through 3 kills under 8. It's 7.5 on other sportsbooks, a 0.5 sportsbook differential there for the under on Nak. And then for CS2, The best value is the over on Fallen. Map 1 kills over 12. It's 13.5 on other sportsbooks, a 1.5 sportsbook differential there. And then last but not least, for VALORANT, Forsaken. Map 1 and 2 kills over 31.5. It's 33.5 on other sportsbooks, a 2 sportsbook differential on the over there. So, recap. We got a lot to go over. Let's do a recap. At the top of the list here, an amazing play has just popped in. Paolo, you see yesterday that amazing play we had early on. Chet Holmgren hit easily yesterday. Paolo Banchero's PRA over 33.5 is one of those. 33.5 is the line on Prizepicks. 34.5 on the consensus odds, and you have the juice on the over, which is just the best you can possibly get, right? Right here, you have with Dante DiVincenzo the next best option. So we're going over Paolo Banchero PRA of 33.5. Dante DiVincenzo points plus rebounds over 19.5. Now this is a full point over, same thing as Paolo. Only difference is the higher odd is on the under. That doesn't matter though. The over is still the best play. It's rare that you see the odds, the money like this, the higher odd on the over when it's already a full point over. It's amazing value, and that's going to be the number one play of the day. Paolo Banchero PRA over 33.5, and then Dante DiVincenzo points plus rebounds over 19.5 are the two we're going with today. And then KD points over 17.5. Nothing for MLB. That's from last night's. JT Miller over shots on goal of 2.5. Rose Namajunas over significant strikes of 87.5. For tennis, we have the under on Fabian Morazan, total games under 24. College basketball, we just picked a couple of random of the ones. Any of these one sportsbook differentials would be fantastic plays. Anton Watson over 22.5, and then Cam Spencer points over 13.5. Women's college basketball, nothing yet. For PGA, the sorting wasn't done yet, but if you look down here, you have it's half line higher than where Prizepicks is, and the money's on the over minus 150. That would make him the absolute best option. Keegan Bradley strokes over 69.5. Minwoo Lee strokes over 69 is a solid option as well, if you look at those odds. And then Adam Hadwin strokes over 69.5, and then Lucas Glover strokes under 70.5 are some of the best options for PGA. For soccer, the best option is Garrison Rodriguez, shots under 3.5. For Call of Duty, over on Celium, map 1 through 3 kills of 47.5. League of Legends, Nako, map 1 through 3 kills under 8. For CS2, we have the over on Fallen, map 1 kills of 12. And then last but not least for Valorant, we have the over on Forsaken, map 1 and 2 kills over 31.5. If you haven't joined Props Made Easy yet, as you can see, Props Made Easy continues to advance, continues to get better. We have amazing consensus odds coming in now, which gives you the most accurate possible EV odds you can find because it's taking every sportsbook and putting it into one, not leaning too heavily on one sportsbook, which is amazing. So it's fantastic to see. As you keep using this and you get used to the discrepancy thing where it's a whole point difference, that's because there's so much data coming in on the consensus odds now that really gives you an even better idea of where things are at. You know what I mean? To put it in an example, if the consensus odds with this type of line right here was 33.5, it'd be like minus 145, minus 150 on the over if it was 33.5. Same thing with this, minus 145 at least, minus 150. Same thing. Like if they're full point differences, if they were the same line, they would be minus 140s, minus 145s. That's shit that y'all are used to seeing, and you're like, oh, yeah, I got to play that. It would be that if they were the same line. So it's the same thing. It just shows a whole line difference. That's it. All right? Thank y'all for joining me. As always, let's eat again, baby. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $20 a month if you haven't joined up. You are tripping. The new updates to the tools are fantastic. If you haven't tried FanDuel, if you're in a state that can play FanDuel Sportsbook, I've noticed that FanDuel Sportsbook has crazy value, so check that out on the tool. But yeah, man, let's keep getting it. Tell all your friends, share this video, all that good stuff, and let's all get this money together. I'm out. Peace.